Hi there, my name is Annette. Thank you so much for sharing your resume with me. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right. So you're able to see the way that I formatted your resume, just making a few visual improvements. You have a great background, a lot of really good experience to bring to the workplace. So I really wanted to highlight that. The first thing that I wanted to go over with you is just an overall general tip. I see that one of the positions you are interested in is something like a product manager or product developer at Rad Bikes. So, what I like to do for each position that my clients are applying to is I tell them to take the job description. You can transfer it into a Word document and kind of highlight what I like to call buzzwords, which are going to be keywords. So all applications, when you apply for a position, they're usually put into an ATS, which is an applicant tracking system. And a recruiter like myself would go into all the applications, and we might have 200 applications per job. So we're going to pull out keywords. So, I might be looking for words like project manager, collaborator, organizational skills, Excel experience, things like that. And then my 200 applications will go down to maybe 35, which is much more reasonable to review. And I want to make sure that your resume and your application is one of those that gets filtered in and has those keywords. So that's kind of what I've done for you. Okay, so one of the first things I did was right up top at your summary. I did redo that a little bit and I added the word analytics because analytics is such a great skill to have. So many employers are seeking that right now. And I did see at your position at Pet Partners, you did have experience with Google and Twitter analytics. So I wanted to put that in your summary. If that was a position that was a while ago, so if you don't feel like that's still the case, like you don't have a lot of experience in that, you're certainly welcome to take it off. But I really thought that from the other positions that you have, you may have had more analytical experience than you had listed. So I did go ahead and add that again in your Zillow position. I did put in yellow so you can take it out and it's kind of highlighted so you can read it, that you have social media analytics experience with social media sites. So if that's not the case, you can delete it. But I thought it was something really beneficial to add if you do have that. My one question that I had was under your position, Restaurants Unlimited. The first bullet point you have, implemented and tested data-driven personalization of the training program. So I wasn't exactly sure what that meant. If you implemented different tests in order to see what training programs were working for your clients or for the employees, which is what I think you're trying to get at, what I would recommend is just trying to rewrite that sentence. And what I tell people to do is I really don't like to use this word, but I would say use it, just kind of make a weak sentence like, I use test to make the training programs better to see how employees like them. And then mull over that sentence, try and rewrite it 2 or 3 different times and use stronger words. So, instead of saying I did this, you can say I managed a process or I developed a new training program, trying to use stronger words. Okay. So another thing that I did here was I did add your Zillow experience, which you did not have on your resume before, but I saw that in your notes. Great experience here building pitch decks, recruiting production teams. So I wanted to make sure to capture all of that. I wanted to make your your CV or resume, excuse me. CV is like a technical term for academic resumes, 1 page in length. I thought that worked really well for you. I just sort of formatted it to have your education. I brought that up to the top because you have that wonderful master's degree and I wanted that highlighted to show all your hard work. And then for each of your professional experiences below, I put 4 bullet points. And then I put core competencies at the bottom. And I really did this again with a lot of buzzwords, right? So this will get caught in an ATS system that you have Facebook, Twitter, the growth strategy development. So really make sure you're really always highlighting those terms. And then also I have below here languages and I put learning Chinese through, and then I think you should add your platform. Are you learning this through YouTube or just at your local library? And then you can put your proficiency level as beginner. I also put education up here, add your Chinese language program here. So only add it up here at education if you're maybe taking this as a certificate program at a local community college or something of that nature. So you're only going to add it in one place or the other, up top in education or down below if you're kind of learning it more on your own, like through the Rosetta Stone or something. Okay. All right. So just to wrap up again, I really hope you enjoyed this CV. Again, your CV is your resume is a living, breathing document. If you come across another job that you want to apply for, make sure you're going to that job, really just highlighting some keywords that you're finding throughout it. And you might want to go back to your resume and add in some of those keywords that match your background. You might have to, take out some things or add some more things to the core competencies. So make sure you're doing that. I also tell my clients as one last little tip: when you're saving your resume, make sure you save the original copy, right? And then also make yourself another copy that has your name, first and last name, and then the year, 2022. And that's going to be your living, breathing document that you're probably going to have to change for every position. I say this because in ATS systems, I see it all the time. People have applied throughout the years and they have so many resumes in there and they're not correctly in line. And it really helps me as a recruiter when I can see that it's saved as a certain year so that I know which resume is the most current, because believe it or not, in ATS systems, the most current resume does not always pop up on top. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. Little quick overview. If you have any more questions, please let me know. I'm happy to help. Thanks. Bye.